It's fine. What's up, y'all? Had to restart because I forgot I unplugged the mic, which I hope is fine. Maybe I need to bring it up a little. It doesn't really matter if you can see it. Whatever. It'll work. So this live stream's a little different though, because I originally was gonna live stream outside, but apparently my phone service is turned off just for today. Like it'll be back on tomorrow, but I can't live stream, so or like outside. So I went on my little hike. Now I'm here. I was working out, but then I was like, I said I would live stream, so here I am. But I'm also gonna work out, so yeah. I had to turn off the fan because the fan's like right there, so it would have been loud as fuck. And really, I was gonna wait for like people to join in, but like really, I'm doing a live stream because I said that I wasn't gonna drop a video until those last few like videos that I made are up to like 100 views. Um, because I noticed like I've been getting like about 100 views or more. Like so, I was like, well, I'm just gonna wait to drop another video until the last one is at like 100 views, and then I'll drop some more videos. The funny thing about that, as soon as I made that post, I was like, I gotta stick by what I said in my post because that same day that I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna drop a video until, those other videos that are at 100 views. I made 3 videos that day, so I got 3 videos in my phone that like are not released. So I don't know. By the end of me waiting for these last few videos to get to 100 views, I'm gonna end up having a shit ton of videos. So like, I guess it's whatever. So like, I wanted to do a live stream because it's a way for me to make a video without actually making a video. You know? Hey, DMT Infinity, what's good, bro? And today, I don't know. I originally was just working out. So like, you might see me do some door pull-ups. You might see me pull out my little punching thing and start like training or whatever. You might see me drop down and do some push-ups. Like I don't know if you could see the push-ups, but like yeah, can't smoke on camera, or at least I don't think so. But so if you smoke, smoke with me. What's going on, bro? I'm probably about to butcher your name, X Toes or So's. Oh, that's wild. That's dope though. Like I said, I'm about to butcher his name, but X Toast says DMT Infinity. I just found your channel today. That's awesome. But yeah, you guys just might see me do some door pull ups for a second, and then I'm gonna get back to you. I want to do sets of 5, and I would love to do 3 sets. I might end up doing just 2, but like because I'm doing a bunch of other shit. But yeah. Oh shit, I can do more than five. Okay, I could do 8. If I position my hand better, I could do more, but I like doing door pull-ups that way. I was gonna make a video, right? And um I was gonna make the video about like what's stopping people from starting. Cause like, bro, I got in shape, but doing like door pull-ups, bro. Door pull-ups. These fucking pulley things. Like, I made my own round pulley thing so I can like whatever. But like, I don't know. I just feel like people make things more complicated than they have to be. Like, because I think that's why people don't start. Because they make it seem like they have to have everything perfect before they start. And like, I get it because I'm a similar way, but with different shit. Like for my business, for example, I have a bunch of business ideas, but I'm like, why are they not started? Because I don't have everything to start them. And like some of the business ideas, I do actually need the shit to start, so I can't do anything until I get the shit. But another business idea I'm trying to do, I could buy the LLC tomorrow and I could technically start it. Why am I not? Is it fear? Am I scared? Am I scared it's not going to work? Or am I scared that it is going to work? I don't know. But it had me thinking, people think like this about everything. How I'm here debating on why I haven't started my life coaching business or why I haven't started all these, like, all this shit. And I'm like, oh, I have reasons. I can name off a bunch of reasons to you, but like, are those really the reason? Like, is the main reason why we don't start, is it because we're scared? Like I guess because it seems like the only two things that actually exist in the universe are love and fear. Everything else is like just creations of those things, love and fear. So like I came up with the business ideas out of love. Like out of that love energy. I'm like, I really want to do this thing. I didn't come up with the business idea like, oh, I'm scared that I really want to do this thing. Like, no, it was from a place of passion and love and inspiration and, you know, but then when it gets down to actually doing the thing, it gets scary. That passion and inspiration and whatever starts to turn into now I'm worried. I had this idea. It's a great idea. Or is it? I don't know. What like I don't give a fuck what other people think about me, but I have a problem where I'm like if I'm going to like if I'm going to have my coaching and consulting business type thing, That's me giving people advice. That's me talking to other people. That's me, whatever. So it's like, I don't give a fuck what people think about me, but I care about people to the point where I'm like, people have told me that I'd be a great life coach. Like, even before I even thought of it. But I'm scared. I'm like, bro, I think imposter syndrome is real. Because, like, a part of me is like, who the fuck am I? Who the fuck, like, but the other part is, bro, you know who you are. And that's why you want to do this thing. But, I don't know. I guess maybe that's the whole thing with everyone, right? Because I'm talking about just my business problem. I want to start this thing and do this thing, but I'm scared and whatever. But there's people that want to get in shape. And I don't know if it's that, like, obviously they're not scared in the same way. They're not scared of getting in shape. But there's something, there's fear there that's preventing them from just starting, from just jumping in and being like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna do these pull-ups, whatever. Like, literally, you could start right now. You could put a towel on your door and you could sit here. No, you don't even have to do a full door pull-up. You could literally, and then, oh, you can try, is what I'm saying. People don't start because they're scared. They're scared to fail, scared to succeed, scared to look like a fool, scared of what other people will think about them, or scared of giving someone the wrong advice, or scared, like, it's all just fear. And this is why I'm like, bro, fuck fear. Like, we have to face our fears, or fear becomes the thing that tells us we're at the finish line. Like, if we don't check our fears and learn how to push past our fears, the things we're scared to do, the things we're scared to say, the things we're scared to start, like, if we don't push past that fear becomes the end destination. So, like, instead of me starting the life coaching thing, or, bro, I started writing a fictional book. Like, bro, I got a whole fucking fictional world that I have created. And, like, I don't even have time for this shit. Like, I don't even have time to write a fictional fucking book. I'm trying to do so much shit. I had no time for this idea to just hit me in the head. But I'm like, I might as well start. Like, I might as well. Because I could have sat here and been like, I was on this trip, right? And then I got hit in the head with this idea to make like a cartoon or an anime. Originally, that was the original idea. It had nothing to do with a book. But then pulled out my phone while I was tripping, and I'm just telling this fake story to this camera, and I'm like, when I listened to it back when I came down from the trip, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, it was a whole world, a whole story, a whole idea of this whole thing. But I didn't have time to do this. So I said to myself, I'm just going to start. I could have came up with the excuses. I don't have time for this. I have to worry about other things I'm working on. I have all this other shit I'm doing. My music, my videos, my this, my that, like the businesses and like, but I just said, fuck it. I'm just going to start it. It can't hurt to just turn those videos into like a note. So then a note turned into the whole brainstorming of the thing, but then I'm working on the final copy, which is it's in book form. But like, bro, let me tell you something. Okay, I barely know how to read or write. Like, there's a reason why when I type something, it's usually the dot dot dots, like instead of like a period or a comma, because I'm gonna say something that is kind of embarrassing to say, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I had no idea where a period or a comma went. I speak English, right? I speak English pretty damn well, but like up until the other day, and even still now, I'm a little iffy on it, but I had no idea where to put a period or a comma in a sentence. But I have the nerve to try to write books? Yeah, I do. Um, so what I went through doing is I went through like my final copy of my book. Because there's no punctuations in it as I'm working on it, because I don't know where to put punctuations, I assume that I'll just have someone else do that for me. But you know what I started doing? You know how easy it is, the world we live in today? That you can type in, I don't know how to do something, or how to do something, and you will get videos of people telling you how to do that something. So that's what I did. Like, now it's like, okay, this sounds dumb. Like, I sound like an idiot when I say, oh, I don't know where the right punctuations go. I just learned it. And so many people would have used that as a roadblock to say, I can't write a book. I might as well not even start because I don't even know how to do punctuations. Like, people that are like, I can't do a push up. I might as well never even try. Like, people give up before they try. And then, like, I don't know. This shit, yeah, I'm gonna get back to these pull ups though. Oh, it got hot in here quick. Because I had to turn the fan off. Oh, Exos, that's awesome, bro. Says, I've been following Mark for the past few years since finding true life stories with Booker. That's awesome, bro. Bro, shout out to Booker. Booker's a dope dude, for real. DMT Infinity, I fucking love you, bro. Bro said, Mark is the one motherfucker I'd trust to make a guru if I could. I don't know about the title guru. Um, that's why I'm like, I would always say I'm on the journey to become a modern day shaman. Because I don't want to be looked at necessarily like a guru, but like some local internet shaman or something, some modern local, modern American shaman type dude. I'm fine with that. Like, you know what's shitty though is all these words have so much baggage behind them. Like, the word guru, the word shaman. Like, how much, like, what's the word? how much shit I've gotten, or how much whatever I've gotten, or funny looks, or whatever criticism I've gotten from saying I'm on the journey to become a modern day shaman. It caused more problems than I ever thought would, because I didn't even think about it when I said it. I'm just like, yeah, this is really what I want to do. This is what I want to go on the journey to try. Like, DMT Infinity. I missed some of these, so I had to go back. DMT Infinity says, scared of failure is like not playing a video game just because you couldn't get past the second boss after 25 minutes. Like, bro, you you're not losing. You're literally learning how to win. Yeah, but I think that's life, bro. Like, we're not losing in life. We're not failing. Like, it's that old saying, like, the person who has succeeded has failed more times than we have tried. That's real. But the person that succeeded just didn't look at it like failure. They looked at it like they were learning how to win. They were learning how to succeed. Like, all of this shit could be lessons, or it could be like, oh fuck, my life sucks type shit, you know? Like, I've been in many situations where I'm like, life sucks. I fucking hate life. But like, looking back, I'm like, all I had to do was change my perspective. Like, and it sounds so easy, but it's so hard. But like, where the fuck did I put my drink? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Because if not, I'll probably just ramble on when I take like breaks or whatever. A great workout you could do with just the one stretchy thing. Like you could buy versions of this where it's not tied, so it would be a complete circle of like a stretchy thing. But good workout I do. So I'll do these first. Just constantly pull, just like a fast twitch pulls. And then I'll do holds. So I'll pull it out and then I'll hold it. There's other ways to do it too. Bro, I didn't even know what these things were called. Like, cause I'll sit here like this with my arms out, and I'll just sit here for like a minute. But I had no idea what those were called until like last week. I've been doing it for like a year and a half, but I had no idea what it was called. Apparently, it's called isometrics. Like, Bro, this is a great way to make a workout more enjoyable. Like, I'd be watching anime if I wasn't doing this. So like, and bro, that's another thing that just hit me in the face. That's another thing. People have to find a way to enjoy shit. Like, a lot of breath from those fucking things. Maybe I need to go for a jog after this. But people take things way too seriously. People take life too seriously, but like they'll take they'll be like, "Oh, I have to get in shape." And they're like, "Oh, I got to go to the gym." And in the gym, there's gym etiquette that you have to learn. And then like all this shit. And it's like, "Bro, no, you could put your TV on, watch some anime and do some jumping jacks." Like I don't know how to explain it, but you can make it more enjoyable. You can make it like whatever gets you to fucking work out. Whatever gets you to do whatever. Cuz like people do the same thing with the spiritual path. They'll be like you can't disrespect the psychedelics and you can't do this and you can't laugh. You must take the ayahuasca seriously and you must. And it's like, bro, all this seriousness is illness. Like, bro, it's just connect with the giant psychedelic thing. Like, imagine if you had a friend that said you had to be serious the whole time. Like, no, you could fuck around. Like, if we have a sense of humor, God has a sense of humor. Like, I guess what I'm saying is people take everything so seriously, from the spiritual journey to getting in shape to just they take things so seriously that it has to be a certain way. It cannot be done this way. You have to be this race in order to be this, or you have to be like, and it's like, bro, no, you don't have to do anything. Just do what works for you. That's all we really have to do. Because if I said that you had to do it my way, then that leaves no room for your way. Like, people gotta find their own way. And you gotta find what works for you. The great thing about the internet and the modern world is we could see what works for others and then we can be like, oh, maybe that'll work for me. And then you can try things. Like, if I never seen Terrence McKenna, I would not be the man that I am today. I seen something and was like, let's give it a try. Like, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fuck out of the journey. Like, yeah, the psychedelic journey, like the spiritual shamanic journey, is when you take psychedelics spiritually, it's a little more serious, it's a little more whatever, but it's the same thing. If you don't figure out a way to enjoy it, you're not gonna make it all the way through. Like you just won't. If you don't find a way to enjoy your workouts or something, then you're not gonna want to keep doing it. You're not gonna want to keep doing the thing. It's gonna feel like a job, and you're gonna be like, "Fuck this." Um, DMT Infinity says the real question we're all really asking right now, though, is how much blood would a woodchuck not if a wood? Yo, DMT and Face says, "What's your favorite workout routine?" So this is a topic I've wanted to talk about because I don't know if I have a routine or like I just switch back and forth between everything I do whenever I work out. So like some days I might do push-ups, some days I might do door pull-ups with a little bit of band work, with a little bit of this. Other days I might work on the abs, other days I might whatever. But like all of them, I guess all of them are my favorite like because I love every workout that I do. Like I found a way to enjoy the thing. Um I guess one I really like doing. I gotta pull this out. I'll take my 10 pounder and I'll just hold it out. I like doing isometrics. Um, can't go wrong with some push-ups. Can't go wrong with some door pull-ups. Um, but I really do like this punch thing. I'd have to set it up, but like, you set it up, you put the thing, and then you use it to like punch with, and it's like a resistance. But I like it because it's helped me because as I've gotten bigger, this helps it so my punches don't get slower. So like I might be bigger and the problem with gaining more muscle is you get slower. Your punches become much slower. So like instead of being like, "Oh, I can punch pretty fast. I can punch faster than the camera can probably keep up with me." But I guess I just enjoy the whole thing. That's why I do it so much. Like I work out and times that I don't need to work out. Like if I just got some free time and I'm like, "Oh, I got an extra 30 minutes. Might as well get a workout in. Might as well whatever." Like it's so like I feel like I think I'm addicted to it at this point because it's every chance I get. Like there's times where my daughter wants to watch anime. So we'll go out in the living room and I'll sit down and watch anime with her. But I might stand next to the couch watching the anime with this in my hand. Like no joke. I bet my daughter be thinking, "What the fuck is wrong with this dude?" but but yeah, I don't know. I'll be working out at the random times. Like I might just walk through this door and I might end up just doing 5 door pull-ups as I just walk through. You know? Stephen John, what's going on, bro? Stephen John says they got pull-up bars at Walmart that can stick in your door. Also, you ever tried using those boxing balls, the ones that trap your head and you punch? They are fun. They are great fun. Um, I don't think I've ever tried those things. I don't know if you're talking about that punching thing, that thing like that. Or then there's these punching bags that look really dope, where they'll like have a punching bag, but it's like a ball on the top, but it's a punching bag, but then it has this arm thing out the side. So like you punch that, hit that, elbow the arm thing, boom, boom, boom. Like you'd be able to like fuck around. Those look really dope. I don't know if my neighbors I live in an apartment complex, like a projects type apartment complex. If I got a punching bag, my neighbors would hear me all day. Just punching a punching bag. So I don't think I'm gonna get a punching bag. I did look at this shit. It's a punching thing that connects to your wall, but it's supposedly a silent punching bag. So if that's really the case, it doesn't need to be silent. It just needs to be quieter than like I don't want it to be midnight and I'm sitting here because sometimes I work out whenever. I could wake up at 3 in the morning. I'm like, yo, bro, time for a workout. But so like yeah, those would be dope. But I've actually I've had a pull up bar in my cart for months. Different types of pull up bars. Every time I go to buy it, I decide not to. So for two reasons. I like door pull ups because I have to hold the door like this. Now I could put my arm on the hand on the door like that, which will then give me more grip, which will then make it so instead of me only being able to do 8 of them in a row, I'd be able to do like 10 or 15 in a row with my hand like this. But I don't know. I like the thing because it's harder. Like sometimes I'll also just hang. So like I'll hang with my forearms because it helps strengthen my forearms too, and not just my like arms. So like I could just hang without the thumbs. Like I can hang there and grip with just these 4 fingers without even my thumb. But I wasn't able to do that when I first started doing door pull-ups. I also like just hang on it where like maybe I'll hang and I'll try to extend myself out a little bit with my fingers using the muscles in my fingers to just try to like grip stronger. I don't know, I just like the door thing cuz it's just harder to grip. Harder means more muscles got to work, means, whatever. And I've just noticed that when you do workouts that use multiple muscles, it helps you build muscle evenly instead of being one thing bigger than the other or one thing like extremely bigger than the other or whatever. Things start to grow evenly together as a whole. That's really why I like calisthenics and the bands and like isometrics and just everything I'm doing because it builds my body evenly as a whole instead of just being like, oh, I got big fucking biceps or whatever. Because my biceps are small compared to that I'm in shape. But my biceps are small because I don't do many curls. Even though I could do like I do curls with this thing, right? And people hate on these shits, right? They're just like little things, but I love these things because that's like I could do curls, and depending on how far my legs spread apart on the thing depends on how much resistance is there. So I can make it have more resistance. But I don't do this as much. Like I don't really do curls. If I do something like this, I do a lot of bro, I'm just thinking about this. I do a lot of holds. I don't know why, but I do a lot of holds because I'm like I feel like it's more functional to be able to hold the weight instead of just like I don't know. Because I start thinking on a functional level, if I was climbing trees or if I was climbing something, like I'm gonna need to be able to grip, hold, like all this other shit. So I might do this, hold out, and like it already starts to get hard. Like I'm already shaking. But like I'll hold that for like 30 seconds. Do a lot of. This is really hard, but like I'll hold that and like I don't know. But I noticed that I like doing what's the word unconventional shit or like you know I guess because originally like bro I was broke like fucking broke, but I couldn't buy weights, couldn't buy any of this. So at first I originally just got a backpack, filled it up with rocks and water bottle like in this 2 liter water, rocks that I got down by the river, and the salt rock that's in here. Just a bunch of shit. And then I'll put my 10-pound weight in there as well. And then I use this bag to like lift with as like a heavy weight bag. But what's crazy is somebody could give me a bunch of money right now and I would not buy workout equipment because what I'm doing is working. Why fix something that isn't broken? That's an old saying, but I understand. That's why I say I feel like people are just overthinking shit. Like back when I first like started this live stream, people overthink things so they don't start. Like if I overthought it, I would have never started working out. No, instead I'm like, yo, I got a bag. I cut it's a one strap, so I cut it. But I love this shit because back to working out multiple muscles at once. When I do curls with this, but when I do a curl with this, it's I have to grip it like I gotta grip it. And I gotta hold the grip, which then strengthens the forearms. But then when the curl, it strengthens this. But then it also, because the way I'm holding it, it strengthens the whole arm. Instead of just strengthening my biceps. But like, some people would be like, they'd flex and they'd be like, oh, my biceps so much bigger. And it's like, I don't really give a fuck what I look like, bro. Like, I really don't. I just knew I wanted to get in shape. And I just knew that I had to figure out a way for me to get in shape that I would actually enjoy and that I would want to keep working out. And that's just available to me at all times. So, simple thing. First thing I did was I just started doing push-ups. You probably can't even see me if I do a push-up. But like, yeah. With the door, some of your body is on the door. Oh yeah, I feel you on that, Steven, about I could probably do better weighted hangs on like a normal pole. And I feel that because when I'm at the park, there's like this park that has, it's like a workout park thing. But they have pull up bars, they have all these things. And I can definitely do holds like better. It just works better on that. Um, DMT Infinity. I don't know if I'm gonna read that one, but it says sometimes I want to get one of those balloon punching bags that are designed like clowns, so I could put a picture of. I'm not gonna say, but like I get you. Yeah. I swear to God, I thought I seen something about weed. Maybe I'm just. Stephen John, do you smoke weed? If so, how is your relationship with it? Yeah, I smoke every day, but I don't smoke weed. I smoke pure oils. Like I'm getting some just some it's THCA, but I just got some HHC. I'll be getting some HHCO. Um like I don't know. So I'll just smoke out my vape. So like with this vape, I can literally put my own distillate or whatever I want in it. So like I've been smoking this the whole time. Like I don't really smoke on camera because I have no idea how YouTube feels about that. But I smoke these because I can choose what type of high I want. So like with the cannabinoids, if I want a relaxing high, like if it's nighttime, I need to go to bed, but I'm not tired. I got some Delta 8. So I'll smoke some Delta 8 and I'll get tired. If I'm got some shit to do today, like right now, I'm working out. My preferred cannabinoid that I use when I'm working out is HHC or like HHCO acetate if like I'm doing a big workout, but that's only like if I really want to get really, really high and I want to do a workout, but I want to get really high without being tired because I need to do a workout. HHCO acetate. But HHC is usually my daily driver. Like, I, anytime I go for a walk, if I walk to the store, I'm vaping on this. If I'm before I make a video, I'm vaping on this. And this doesn't get me as relaxed as other cannabinoids, but it calms me down enough because for those that have been following me for a long time, they know this that like when I'm sober, I'm like I'm really hyper when I'm sober, but like almost like not in an aggressive way, but some people say it's an aggressive or like I come off a little aggressive sometimes when I don't mean to or like I don't know, it's just me when I'm sober. But so I'll smoke to just kind of balance myself out throughout the day. So like if like I said, if I want to do something, I'm going to have my HHC because it gets me high but doesn't make me tired. If I want to go to sleep, I'm going to smoke my Delta 8 because it'll help me get tired. Um and I smoke weed on special occasions. So like every Thursday I go over to my friend Fi's house. And, like we've been doing this since like the beginning of the year. So like every Thursday I'll go over there, we'll hang out for a few hours. You know, I might smoke with them because they might have some weed, and then I might actually smoke on some flower. But like my birthday, I had smoked flower. New Year's, I smoked some flower that my friend Eric grew. Like he actually grew some flower. And bro, that was some of the best weed I've had in a long time. And it's mind blowing that he grew it because but like when he gave it to me, it was before Christmas. But I personally I cured it that whole time. So from the time he gave it to me up until I smoked it on New Year's Eve, I cured the weed. And I cured it fucking great. Like I mean great. To the point where by the time it was done curing, that shit smelled so skunky and so like yeah, it almost smelled like a different weed. Like if I didn't know, I would have thought that was a completely different weed, but I knew it was the same bud that I've been curing, but like that shit was great. Like it had such a perfect high and it reminded me of why I do like flower, but I don't because like right now in my life, smoking the cannabinoids, having the decision to like figure out well what type of high do I want, I like that. Um but smoking the flower reminded me how cannabis as a whole has a whole effect. Like when I smoke these cannabinoids, they have individual highs. So like one might feel more in the head and you feel nothing in the body. Another one you feel in the head but you feel slightly in the body. But you feel it in the body in a much different way than you do when you smoke flower. So like when I smoked flower on New Year's, I felt like I was getting a hug from Mother Nature. Like it felt like a hug from Mother Nature, and I got reminded of how like cannabis doesn't just have that high. There's a whole experience to it when you smoke the flower. But like when you just smoke HHC or THCA or THCV or THC P or THC, all these other THCs and HHCs and Delta 10 and Delta 8 and Delta 9, like they all have individual highs. And it's like you get high from them, but you don't get the whole cannabis experience from them. But that's why I like them. Because I don't want to be, I want to be able to smoke. And not sit here like, yeah, man, you know, like sometimes I do get that high. Don't get me wrong. I could sit here and vape this shit for the next 5 minutes, and if I keep chiefing, coughing, I'll be high as fuck. But that's only because it's HHC. But if I put HHCO in here, I take one giant hit. I'll be sitting here like, hi guys, you know, like, but you know, I just like to decide what type of high, because like, man, I remember when I used to just get high and I'm like, oh, I just want to get high. But now I'm like, no, what type of high do I want right now? I don't know how I just went on a tangent about that. Dude just asked me about just asked me about weed. DMT, you're awesome. Says Mark only vapes THC. I, on the other hand, am a THCG. Fuck yeah. New form, THCG. No, like, then next week we hear that there's an actual THCG. That'd be hilarious. Mo Philosophy W541 says, do you take ashwagandha or adaptogen herbs? They will do your body good, especially when exercising. I used to. I've experimented with like, I don't know, like 30 or 40 different plants. But the one that I take, I've been taking for the past 2 years, every single day, um, is lion's mane. I take lion's mane extract once a day, 1 gram every morning, and it's been like that. And the more research I do on it, the more I'm like, people think lion's mane just helps with the brain, and it does. But bro, I swear to God, I think it helps with muscle growth. I swear to God, I think it helps with cell regeneration or some shit. I did some research and it said something about like can help produce human growth hormone or whatever. So like imagine your levels of human growth hormone go down as you age, but with lion's mane, it can reset them to basically what they were like when you were a kid type thing. Like I think like that's what I read, but I don't know. It seems to be working tremendously for me. Like, because originally I just took it from my mind, because when I use lion's mane, I feel, or originally when I first started taking lion's mane, it's because it helped me think more clearer. It helped me not have issues of memory. Like I could be talking about something, and it's like you know those moments you're talking about something, and then you forget what you're talking about. That would happen to me all the time. But on lion's mane, that rarely ever happens. And I don't know if it's just me, but that's like the first thing I noticed. And then I noticed how it helps my mind just be sharper, helps me think more clearer. I think a lot, but like when I noticed that my thinking got better, I'm like, I don't want to put it all and say, oh, it's all the lion's mane, you know, like because I'm also working on my mind, but I definitely think lion's mane helped. The same thing with working out, because it's not all the lion's mane, but like because I do work out, but I do think it has helped me grow the muscle, because I've said this many times before, but I will never take TRT and I will never take steroids because it's just not my thing. Like I have no interest in those things because I have no interest in getting big per se. Like obviously I'm gonna get bigger if I keep working out, but that's like I want it to be as slow as possible. That's why I'm glad it took me like 6 years to get in shape because I want to take my time because I want to be able to do this forever. So like, or as long as my body's here. So I want to keep growing the body. I want to keep healing the body. I want to, if my body can't get any bigger, maybe I'm gonna start working on learning how to do holds. I would love to learn how to do the human flag. When you hold a door or hold something and you just lift up sideways with your fucking like, I would love to do that shit. So like, yeah, but I'm very iffy with what I take or taking stuff. I used to take ashwagandha, so but that was before I worked out. After working out, I read that it's good for that, but I'm just like, I don't want to accelerate the growth. I like what I'm doing. Like what I'm doing seems to be working, so I just kind of like the system that I have because it works for me. And it's funny because it's simple. Lion's mane extract is the only extra thing that I do that's like not normal. But I just every day I take 1 gram of lion's mane, one men's multivitamin. I might take two thousand. I think it's a thousand micrograms or 1,000 something of vitamin D3. Um, but like that's really it. And then working out, eat healthy, right? I'm on this strict diet, but like as much as it's a strict diet, I'm able to break the diet whenever I want because I could just work it off. If I feel like I could eat a bunch of cake today, like I could eat a bunch of cake and ice cream and pizza and whatever the fuck, I would just work it off tomorrow. I just go extra hard on a workout. DMT Infinity says now DMT. No, son. Mark has had either 100 or 1,000 DMT trips. I think 1,000, but Jesus Christ, dude. I don't know if it's 1,000. So I used to have this friend Twiz who like used to smoke DMT with me. Um, he would always tell me that because I was smoking DMT for a year before we started smoking it together. Like we basically became DMT partners, and we would just blast off together. And but he would tell me all the time. He would say, "You've done it about 700, 800 times." I would always say, "I've done it about 500 times," because I'd rather guess low than guess high. Because the truth is, I have no clue. Like I don't know. but but yeah. And what's funny about that is before I got into any other psychedelics, I was using DMT. So I was smoking DMT before I even knew really what a psychedelic really was. Like I was diving deep into this shit, having no idea that other people look at DMT in a certain way. Like you know how like if you go to talk to a bunch of psychedelic hippie people and like you can talk about mushrooms, talk about LSD, but if you talk about DMT in that group of people, they're gonna be like, "Oh, DMT, that's the thing, right?" But I had no fucking idea when I was doing DMT. I had no idea that that was the thing. I just thought, well, it's just a psychedelic, right? Like, I don't know. I had no idea what I was really getting myself into. Like, I thought I did because I read up on it, I researched it, I did the thing, but it didn't register because I didn't know. So that was really the only reason why me and my homie was just doing DMT that much because we didn't know. Like I tell people about like the way I've used DMT because I don't use DMT that way anymore. I barely smoke DMT ever, but like now. But I would tell people like the way that I use DMT or whatever, and then people would be like, "You're disrespecting it. Like, how dare you?" And I'm like, I didn't know. Like, I had no fucking idea. I just, I'm like, bro, I smoke weed every day. Well, like at that time, I smoked weed every day, right? So, like, just like I hit this vape, every day. I looked at it like that. Like, I hit my vape every day. I smoke every day. You know, then I did DMT, like, and that was that. But I learned so much from that. And if I didn't do it that way, I wouldn't be the man I am today. Like, it's so crazy how life is, bro. Because one small different decision changes everything. Like, bro, everything. Imagine if I never went through that breakup. I don't know what the fuck, but I just trust God at this point. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't fucking know. But I think God knows because this shit is too weird and trippy and crazy to think God doesn't know what the fuck God's doing. Because, like, imagine if I never seen that video on the side. You know, like when you used to watch a YouTube video on your computer, on your laptop, and then it would have those videos on the side. If I was never researching the pineal gland, if my friend Mike T didn't what because my friend Mike T was going through like this weird hippie phase or whatever. He started eating spinach chips and he started doing all this shit. He went vegan. He did all this, and he was the first person I seen do this because this is back when I was just some thug dude with a studio. Um, but he would tell me all this shit. He was going through this. He was listening to Bob Proctor. He was whatever. And then he said the word pineal gland. He said the word third eye. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? We only have two eyes. But if I never then went to research on YouTube, what is the pineal gland? What is the third eye? Then I was researching that. And then one video I was watching on the side, it said, what is DMT? Or like something about DMT. And I was like, I don't know, what is DMT? Click. And that was that, bro. Like that was that. I then got obsessed with researching DMT for an entire year, and then from there on out, I was hell bent on getting as much DMT as I possibly could to try the shit to whatever. I was telling everyone I was working with. I was working at this pizza place, and bro, I got almost everyone at that pizza place to smoke DMT with me. I would get out of work and I'd have DMT parties. And I would joke about it and be like, yo, my parties would be the quietest parties you've ever gone to. Because you walk in and you just see, in a living room, a couple people on this couch, a couple people on the love seat, a couple people in a chair over there, and you just see ever you walk in, you would just see people on the chair locked. That was that. Like these are people like at the time. What's funny is talking about it. I'm like, bro, how dumb was I? Like to just tell everyone about like I don't know. But like I said, I had no idea what it really was. I don't know. But those were some wild times. X toes. Yes, I am still alive. Because why the fuck not? I definitely should probably stop talking. I should probably get to working out. But like, DMT Infinity says I need to make a video about THC and memory loss. It's not what most people think. You should, because I bet it's not. Like, I do think it. If you smoke a lot of flower, um, it definitely affects the short-term memory more than like the individual cannabinoids. But I don't think it's what people think. TMT Finny because I mentioned pizza. He says I'm hungry now, and then I just read the word pizza back, and I'm like, I think I got some pizza in the fridge. Like, bro, I'm gonna hate this heat. Already sweating. Wouldn't be as bad if I could turn the thing on. So, bro, another thing. So, I got this, like, I've been figuring out a bunch of shit, trying, like, new shit, whatever. So, I got this shit, like, this, it's like facial cream, okay? And it was working great, right? And I was like, I would rub it right here, I would do this, right? And I would do this with the facial cream. And, like, maybe I was doing a little hard, but not hard enough to, like, it caused, like, this thing. And I thought it was a scab. Like I thought it was just like a rug burn or like a I guess like a from burning from doing this. But it's not going away. And it's like getting darker. And I hope it doesn't like become like a permanent dark spot on my face. Not that I give a fuck, but like it's just one of those things. I guess that's what I get for trying new products and shit. Because I've been using just herbs. I'm an hour into this live stream, so I'm gonna say this. I don't think I've ever said this, but I just take. I just take. I'm doing this for years. I take a pack of green tea, right? Dry bag green tea. My water gets so hot that it's almost boiling. So if your water does not get this hot, then you'd have to boil water on a pot. But if you boil water on a pot, then you dump the water over the bag, so the bag is still in your hand. And except now the tea leaves are filled with water and they're hot. You let it cool down, cool enough so it can touch your face, and then you rub the tea bag lightly around your face. Okay, now this is a horrible joke because tea bags, but you know what the fuck I mean. You put the actual tea bag, and then you rub it around, and then you let the tea dry on your face. When the tea dries on your face, it'll tighten your skin. So now be careful. This shit will stain. If you have white counters, that shit will stain it green. But I've been doing this for years, and I swear to God it works. Like, I fucking swear to God. I swear by this shit. Like, it works better than any facial cream I've ever fucking tried. It works better than anything I have ever done to take care of the skin on my face. Like, yeah. And I don't know why, but like you have to be lightly because the bag will rip on your face if you're doing it hard. So like they don't have a bunch of tea on your face. But like I swear to God, this works better than any facial cream. It's never caused any dark marks or any problems. Like nothing. Like I should have just been sticking with this shit. I was like, oh, maybe I'll try something that's not just some herbal juice or some herbal like whatever the fuck. But no, I should stick with my herbal shit because it works. And I've been doing that for years, bro, since like 2020. Like, but yeah, I've been dying to make a video about that because so many people would ask me, how do you keep your face looking young? How do you whatever? Because like, bro, I'm 30, and the only thing that looks old on me is my teeth. But like, I hide it really well. But like, eventually I gotta get my teeth fixed and then I'll be all young again. But like starting my second teenage years in my 30s. But no, for real. That's why I didn't want to say this, bro, because bro said DMT Infinity told him I got that tea for him, so I stuck these in the tea. Yeah, right. DMT Infinity on the couch looking like heroin addicts, but motherfucking plot twist, bitch. They're with the gods and the ancestors for a minute. Yup. DMT Infinite shit. Mark got that backwards Michael Jackson syndrome. Nah, but seriously, consult an expert. Oh, I definitely will if it gets like worse, right? But I swear to God, I think it was just that fucking new shit. Cause I haven't put anything like. There's no reason why it. You know, that's the only thing new I've been doing. Stephen John says, "What you got to do for work, Mark? It's been hard for me to play the game and keep it 9 to 5." Bro, I'm surprised I'm not homeless, bro. Like, for real. Because I'll get a job, I'll quit the job. Then I'll get a job, then I'll be like, oh, no, like, whatever. Then there's some complications, and then whatever. And, like, I'm balancing, but I'm barely balancing. Let me tell you. Now, at this point, I'm probably going to have to get 2 jobs now, which I'm fine with this. But, like, in a couple months, maybe the max time 1 year, my daughter's going to be living with me. So when my daughter lives with me, I'm going to have to change my life situation a little bit. But I'm fine with that. I probably need to. It'll be good for me anyways. But so with her, I'll be able to balance it because I have no choice. And I don't know why I'm like this, but when I have no choice but to do something, when it's like die or make this work, I will make it work. But if I don't feel like I'm about to die or lose the shit or everything's gonna fail, then I might not put as 100% effort into it. I don't know why I'm like this, but I'm like this. So, like, as I live on my own, so I'm able to cut down my eating habits. So I'm like, hey, I don't have much money, so I cut down my eating habits. I cut down this and this. I don't buy this and this. I whatever because I have to worry about the electric bill and this and that and all this other bullshit. But like, so I'm like, I'll worry about that bullshit, and I don't need much for myself. I'm fine. But I eat flax seeds and bananas basically, like in protein powder. But like, I don't know. I guess it's just like I knew the journey that I was going on, and I knew what I needed to do for my journey. Like, I don't give a fuck about what society's doing. I don't give a fuck what the world is doing. I know God, it's like I could feel my journey. I could feel what I needed to do with my life. I could feel it in my soul. So I was willing to sacrifice anything for that. I've been homeless like 2 or 3 times. I've literally used snow as a pillow on a fucking bench once. Like, one time I was homeless and I had to jog just to stay warm because it was so cold. It was that same. No, this is a different time. Because I was going to say it was that same time that I used the snow as a pillow. But no, it was a different time. But I don't know. I guess because I've been poor my whole life, it didn't really cross my mind. But then when I started the spiritual journey, like right before I started the spiritual journey, I was in this rap group called Straight Cash. And we were focused on that straight cash. and we would have made a lot of straight cash. It might not have been legally, but I don't think we would have gave a fuck because we would have been like, bro, we got money. But I don't know. The spiritual journey put me down a whole different thing, bro. And it made me realize I don't give a fuck about what most humans give a fuck about. I really don't. And so I need to do what I give a fuck about. Because it's like we only get one life and that's it. Like, so yeah. So I'm going to have to balance the 9 to 5 thing just until, like, this is why I'm doing all this shit. And I fucking love my daughter because, like, my daughter probably believes in me more than I believe in me. But, like even my family just, like, kind of wants me to just start the shit. Start the life coaching, start the herbal business back up, start all the things I'm doing because I think they believe in it, like, more than me. They could see it. Well, because, like, they see the real me. So, like, they see me. So, like, I don't know. Because for years, bro, for years, I would explain to my daughter just things about life, and she would be like, anytime I'm like, I might have to get like 2 jobs, she's like, why do you have to do that? And then, I explain, life is what it is, especially if she's living with me, which I don't mind. That's why I'm like, yeah, it'll be awesome because I feel like it'll help me get shit done faster because I'll have no choice but to get the shit done. Like, and yeah. So, like, I just need to work the jobs 9 to 5, do all this shit, whatever, up until I start making enough from the life coaching and my herbal business and a few other things I want to be doing. I want to start selling beats again because I used to just sell beats, right? Like, I used to just make a little beat, sell a little beat, make a quick $400, like, and that was that. Like, and that was dope. But, like, I don't know. It's just I don't have time to balance all this shit. I need to figure, like, I just have a few things that I need to put my energy on. So for right now, next few months, next few years, I don't exactly know, but I could be working 2 jobs. Um, I might even be working at McDonald's, bro. Like, I'm not, I don't know the word, but, like, I was gonna say bougie, but, like, I'm not picky about where I work. I don't give a fuck. Like, because I just need money coming in if my kid's gonna live with me, and really the money's just for her. But I need to start balancing shit. I've been teaching her all these things about life, so, like, I'm trying to start investing. Like, I want to start investing in gold, silver, and Bitcoin. So when I get the job, it's gonna teach me. Okay, I got this paycheck. This bit of that money is for the Bitcoin. This bit of that money is for the gold. This bit is for the silver. And then this bit is for the bills. And then I'm like, well, I'm broke again. But, like, I'm trying to start this thing because my daughter and me talk a lot about, like, the future. And it seems like that she's serious about, like, just trying to get some land and us all living on the land, like, including my mom. Like, so me, my mom, and my daughter. But, like, and that's a great idea. That's a great plan. Um, a lot of shit's gonna have to happen in order to get to that plan. Um, but, like, I also don't know why. Because as I talk to my family about this, I see that most families or most humans are completely different. As we're planning, basically, my daughter will probably be living with me even after she's 18. Other people in the world look at, like, oh, you still live with your parents? Like, my mom still helps me out to this day, and I fucking love her so much for it, right? And, like, other people would be like, your mom's helping you with the blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, because, I don't know, maybe it's because we grew up poor, so we have this connection because all we have is each other. But, like, I don't know. I don't know. So like the more that I think about all this shit, it's like life is gonna force me into this thing where I'm gonna have to make it happen or it won't work. It's either going to work or it won't. It'll either happen or it won't. Like, but either way, like I think we'll be fine. Because then, once I get the job, start investing and saving and shit, I'm going to separate my time because when I get my schedule for work, it's going to piss me off because then that's less time I have to write in my book. That's less time I have to work on all this other shit I'm doing. But I know if I could just finish a fucking book, I'll be able to sell a book. Like, I was telling my daughter this the other day. It's like, I just got to finish something. She's like, yeah, you just got to finish something. But like, now that I'm thinking about it in a family sense, instead of just me making art, it's just like that's kind of another reason why I put the music on hold. I could, if I took all the time to finish my album for the next 2 months and I actually get it done and I actually drop the album, that's not gonna help my situation. Like, I'm still gonna have bills to pay. I'm still gonna have all these things I need to do. I'm still gonna have whatever. But if I finish a book, bro, like, bills will probably be paid. Like, and like, bro, you know, I don't give a fuck about getting rich. I just want to make sure that I don't have to worry about bills. I just want to fucking make art. I just want to make books. I just want to make ideas. I just want to make music. I just want to make philosophy. I just want to eventually do like shaman get-togethers, like little modern shaman get-togethers. Like I seen Booker did like a meetup, and it inspired me to be like, yo, bro, hell yeah, that's a great idea. You know, like have some meetups, maybe like have some retreat type things or whatever. That'd be great. But like, I need time to do this. You know, and really what I need, the shitty thing about the fucking world we're in today, is what I need to do the shit that I'm trying to do is money. You need money. Because if you don't have money, you know, if I'm sitting here, let me work on my book. But then the lights turn off. And I was like, oh, I couldn't pay the electric bill. And it's like, oh, let me work on my album. And it's like, oh, the fucking. Like, you know what I mean? I see where that term comes from, the starving artist. Because I get it. Like, but I don't give a. I'll starve for my art, whatever. Like, as long as my kid's not starving, right? Like, but I don't know. Life is a funny thing. Because as I sit here and I'm talking about, like, yeah, I grew up poor, I'm poor, but bro, I feel rich as fuck. Like, I'm talking about, I feel rich. I feel better than I've ever felt in my life. Like, ever. So I don't really think about the problems. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna have problems, so then I might have to get a couple jobs, whatever the fuck. Don't give a fuck. That's what'll be done. But I still gotta do what the fuck I'm doing now, no matter how many jobs I get. I still got shit to do. I still got music to make. I still got books to write. I still got videos to do. I still got workouts to do. I still got mental workouts to do. I still have my spiritual journey to do. I still have all this shit that I need to do no matter what. And I'm just gonna do this shit and I'm just gonna figure it out and it is what it is. It's been an hour and a half. So Stephen John says gotta figure something out too. I don't got I don't gotta allege my time to a company and trade for money, especially when I'm busting my ass. Being poor my whole life too. Luckily, I have no kids. Okay, it's definitely a game, but I can make my game and have it work. Stephen John, bro, you have no idea. Bro says, I wish I can go back in time and buy Bitcoin. Bro, I've been so mad at myself all these fucking years, bro. It's like, fuck. Do you know how many times I've almost gotten into crypto? Do you know how many times I put money into crypto? But then because I'm broke, something happens and I'm like, I need that money. So like something will happen and I'm like, yo, bro, I need the money I just put into Bitcoin. So now I gotta withdraw the money and whatever the fuck. But if I just left that shit in there, 2017, when I first bought some Ethereum and some Bitcoin, like, bro, insane to me. Insane. That's what made me think enough is enough. I don't want my daughter to have this problem of I look back and I'm like, I could have invested in that. I could have just kept my money in that. I could have fuck that. Like, I don't want my daughter to say I could have did this or we could have done that. I want to just do it now because yeah, because I see all the mistakes I've made. I see all the things that I did, and it was based off of fear. Like I took the money out of the Bitcoin and out of the Ethereum based off of fear because I was like, I need to whatever. But what's so shitty is that same place that I was worried about the bills and worried about the rent and worried about the food, whatever, we ended up losing that apartment anyways, and then we ended up homeless. So like I should have just kept the fucking money in there and said fuck the bills. Like we ended up homeless anyways after that. You know, like it's like I've gone through so many times where I didn't trust my gut that now I just trust my gut every fucking time without questions asked. I just follow that gut feeling more than anything now because every time I have not listened to my gut, I look back and I'm like, "Oh, I should have did this differently." Like I rarely ever look at the past like, "Oh, I could have done something differently." Oh, I wish I made a different decision here, or I wish I made a different decision there. Like, I never really think about that. Besides, when someone mentions about, I wish I would have invested in Bitcoin or crypto in the past, then it reminds me of I had many opportunities. Many. I had many opportunities to make a shit ton of money from the NFT wave, right? And I made a decent amount of money from the NFT wave. But I lost almost every single thing from the NFT wave when the NFTs dropped. When they dropped, everything dropped with it. And when I was making that money from NFTs, I should have invested in crypto or gold or silver. Like, and for anyone watching this, start investing in Bitcoin, start investing in gold, and start investing in silver. Like, I swear to God, like, if you have just a normal job, start investing in these things because these things are more valuable than money because they're worth money. Like, I don't know. So I've learned a lot from like learned a lot from the internet rich dudes, right? And I learned that if all of us broke people could just learn how to invest, we'll be okay. Like, and really, if we'd all help each other out more often, we'd definitely all be okay. Like, that's what I was doing. Stephen John says, your daughter sounds awesome, bro. Most people don't want to move to the woods. I don't know if we want to move to the woods, but maybe, like, some land. You know, some peace. A place to be able to do what we want. Um, Stephen John says, you're not poor, Mark. You're broke. I like that statement because I agree. I feel that. Man, I'm hot just standing here, bro. Like, bro, slow door pull ups are no joke. Like, I guess slow pull ups in general are no joke. Like, if you're truly going really slow, like, your muscles feel every bit of that. Hmm. Xtos says, you got this, bro. I appreciate that, for real. DMT Infinity. I didn't. Yo, Chris Dyer's NFT thing, that was dope. Like, bro, NFTs had some amazing potential. Like, I could go on about it forever. Like, and I've wanted to. I've wanted to talk about it so much. Like, when I first, the whole NFT thing, I just wanted to talk about it. Because I was like, bro, this has potential. Like, insane potential. But you know what fucked it up? Humans' greed. The human ego will fuck up everything good for us, right? Because there was some insane potential with NFTs. It was like a much better way. Like, you know how like I could start a GoFundMe and be like help invest in my stuff, but like it was something like that but better. But then it was so much more. There was so much utility to it. It has like I don't know, bro. People thought NFTs were just pictures that you sell, and they can be, but they could be contracts. They could be all this, just so much shit to it. I am glad that it didn't work because it gave me time to think about it all. But I don't know. I feel like I had some good ideas though. Like, I had this idea for Mark Head's NFT. Like, and it was like just NFTs in my head, but like I had a whole idea behind it to try to have the people that have been following me since day one, like the people that are just here with me, the people that watch, they'll would be able to help me, and then if I made it, I'd be able to help them. Like that was my whole goal with it, right? And I mean, I technically still could, like, if I started a GoFundMe and people help me, the people that helped me, when I make it, I can help them back in some way. But like NFTs had a potential to do it much smoother, but that potential got fucked. Like And I don't know if there's any coming back. I don't know if there's any coming back from that because the people that would have to run the NFTs would have to be the poor people because the rich people are the ones that fucked it up because they're so goddamn greedy and they got to make more money and they got to make more money and they have to make their NFT worth millions of dollars when it's really only worth maybe $1,000, but they can inflate the price, do this thing, and if they sell it for $1 million, then they think their shit is worth $1 million. But like, people just misused it, misabused it, and just wanted to make that quick money from it. That was that. That was the problem. I didn't give a fuck about the quick money. I seen the long term potential of the technology. Just like the people in the 90s seen the long term possibilities with the internet technology. I just seen the possibilities with the blockchain technology. How like they were able to turn Ethereum into like kind of like a second internet. It's not just a cryptocurrency. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if there's any coming back from it. Because NFTs that were worth millions are now I think only worth hundreds. Like, and I mean, Gary Vee told us all. Oh, dropping my vape on this hard ass fucking floor, gonna break my vape. But Gary Vee warned us all. He might have told us about NFTs, but he also warned us and said almost, he said 99% of the NFTs will go down to zero. He said that. People ignored it because they was making a lot of money from it. And then when they lost the money, they tried blaming Gary Vee. Like, oh, Gary was telling us about NFTs and Gary. But Gary's seen the thing, but he's seen something I didn't see, which was that all of them will probably go down to zero at some point. But, like, I don't know. Maybe my problem is I have faith in the human species, right? So, like, but having faith in the rich people to be less greedy, no, I don't have faith in that. Um, because that could have changed the planet, bro. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me and me thinking about this too much, but like, I swear to God, just like the internet changed the fucking planet, that had the possibility to do the same. It had the possibility to help artists, like people that just want to make art. I could have made an NFT about my fictional story, and it could have helped get it more popular and it could have helped fund it so then maybe it's not just a book, it's also a cartoon. Or you could have an album and you're like you want to whatever, so then you can sell NFTs of your album. And then but like the possibilities, bro. I sold beats through NFTs, right? Like I was able to sell a beat as an NFT because you could sell the beat and attach the beat to an NFT. So if you bought the NFT, you then own the book. And the NFT is basically your proof, I mean, that you own the beat, but the NFT is proof that you own the beat because you have that NFT. It was great until it wasn't. Like, just like everything else, bro. Just like a relationship could be perfect until it's not. And yeah. DMT Infinity says people like Jake Paul and all the rest of these cons need to be behind bars. I'm not fucking playing. They scammed everyone and took an opportunity of a lifetime out of the people's hands. Yeah. No, I feel you. I don't think they're doing it on purpose, but I do think that they just seen. They're like, ooh, we can make some money with this. Ooh, like I don't think they went into it with the intentions to help their audience, because like I think it was Logan Paul that either made a cryptocurrency or something and he was involved in this thing, and then yeah, I think it went downhill. And but like I think at that point you just have to be a man about it. You just like if you accidentally fucked over your audience, like if they felt like it was truly an accident and they didn't mean it and it wasn't whatever, then they should have immediately came out like, bro, this is what happened. Like their fans believed in them, so of course they invested in the thing, and then boom, it fucked up. That gave the chance for the Pauls to come out as men and be like, I made a mistake. And this is why, this is what happened, whatever. He took their money. And the shitty thing is, bro, a lot of the people that watch Logan Paul, Jake Paul, like, they're young. They're probably broke. They're probably whatever the fuck. But they still probably look at it. Like, because if someone you look up to is, like, investing in this thing and they're like, they're going to make some money from it, you might think to yourself, oh, if I invest in that thing, I might also make some money from it. But, like, no, it's usually just about them getting money, not the others. Like, or at least with situations like that. That's why I would never, like, the only thing I would really tell y'all to invest in is Bitcoin, gold, and silver. Like, don't invest in Bitcoin as in you're thinking you're going to double your money, though. Look at it like a savings bank. Just that's a better way to look at it. And it's really not for you, it's more for your kids and your grandkids. Like, I feel like that's a better way to start saving for the next generation. To save it in gold, silver, and Bitcoin. But with when there's like a new cryptocurrency that comes out, you have an opportunity, like there would be new millionaires that will get rich from that new cryptocurrency. Because if you invest in a new cryptocurrency where where one of those, new cryptos is only 1 cent, like just 1 cent, and you have $100, you're able to get, what is that, 100,000 of them or whatever the fuck. If that 1 cent cryptocurrency goes up to, I don't know, $10, you'd probably be a millionaire, probably more. I mean, and a lot of the way that people get like fucked with the crypto thing is they learn this knowledge that like all they gotta do is get into a crypto while it's young, and while the crypto is brand new, you get into it, you invest in it, and then you keep your money in it, and when the crypto rises, you'll make a lot of money from it. But the problem with that is most cryptos, just like most NFTs, will go down to zero. Meaning they might not actually go down to zero, but they will be worth almost nothing in the future because they're what they call meme coins. Meme coins are like cryptocurrencies that aren't really fully backed. So, like, like Shiba Inu was a meme coin, but because it was in a sense backed by Elon Musk, like, it was, but it wasn't. Like, but he was all about Shiba Inu or whatever. But because of that, it made it so that was a meme coin that people felt safe enough to invest in because someone they felt was credible and also invested in it. Now, it turned out well for a lot of the people that got into Shiba Inu. They made millions, right? But there are people that lost their money. There are people that did that same thing with a different crypto and lost every dime they ever invested. Maybe they thought this shit's about to rise and they have $5,000 in their savings. And they're like, yo, they put the whole $5,000 in that crypto, in that new crypto, because they're thinking that shit's about to rise and they're about to get rich. But then that crypto drops down and they lose $5,000. So they just lost their whole savings, and all because they assumed that the crypto was going to blow up. When there are ways to actually figure out if crypto is going to go up or down. Like, if I had more time in my life, I would literally take the time to just learn how to read the graph. Like, there's a graph thing with the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency things. There's AIs now where you can have like there's cryptocurrency trading where you put your money into one crypto and then you trade it in for a different crypto, and then when that different crypto starts to rise in price a little bit, you make some money, so then you trade that all of that crypto back into a different crypto, and it's like trading. Like, you trade the crypto back and forth through the things, and it'll help you make more money. And there are people that literally that's their job, that's what they do, and that's how they make money. But I have no fucking time to learn that. There's people that have like 10 laptops doing cryptocurrency mining because you can mine cryptocurrency on your laptop. So like there's that shit too, but like I don't know how I got on a tangent about fucking crypto. But oh yeah, the Jake Paul thing and the Logan Paul thing. But yeah. Team Penny. Mark returns butt ass naked. Mark, bet you didn't fucking see this coming. But you know where you can see it coming? On the new Mark Dreams Only. Yo, I forget who I was joking with about that. But I was joking, swear to God. I was like, my broke ass, like I see all these women, they're broke, they sell nudes and they make an OnlyFans and they make some money. I'm like, bro, if I made an OnlyFans, I'd probably make some money too. But like, as a joke, because I would never do that. Like, I don't give a fuck about money enough to do that shit. But like, yeah. My vape. Oh shit! It said, oh, it reconnected. I was about to say. Hmm. Goddamn, I've been live for 2 hours. 2 hours. I've done a shit ton of talking, not enough working. Bro, I'm telling you, a half-assed workout is much better than no workout. I could half-ass a workout for the next 2 months. I'll still get in shape. Like I'll still progress. I'm telling you, people hold themselves back because they don't work out because they think they have to work out a certain way. It's like, bro, I've been sitting here talking for like 2 hours. I barely worked out. This was supposed to be a workout. But that doesn't mean the little bit of workout that I've done didn't mean something. It still meant something. It still did something, right? It still helped me progress a little bit. It still helped me get a little stronger. I made a little video the other day that I never even released because it was just a little short video about it was one of the first workout videos I did where I just got this 10 pounder and I explained all you need is these are all the workouts you could do with one 10 pounder that are not normal workouts that you would think that you could do. So like the first thing I did was without the weight, hold my arms out 30 seconds to a minute. I do a minute, but and then do that a few times. And then like with the weight, because I recommend not doing this unless you've already done it without the weight. So like then with the weight, you grip it like a nice grip, and then you hold it out, and you do that for 30 seconds to a minute. One minute. In the video, I didn't actually hold the thing the whole minute. But no, I'm like, yo, bro, this is a real workout for me, or supposed to. I'm gonna hold this shit for a full minute. But no, you hold that out, and then another one you would, so like, just put on the side. I think these are called lateral raises or something. You know what's so weird? The left arm is so much harder to do that with. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm right-handed. So like, or like even like if I go to a grocery store, and I only have, if I'm walking back and I only have like one hand, I'd probably use my right hand to carry the thing. But fuck. Working out was so much easier in the winter. I definitely love working out in the winter. I just open the fucking window and you be getting hit with some cold air. Working out in the summer is going to be annoying. Especially because my AC broke, so I gotta get a new AC. But all right. I don't know how long I'm gonna do this stream, but like, I just know I had to get my workout back in before I started rambling on about something. Xto says I've been microdosing DMT the past 2 weeks since the eclipse. Slow focus form. Slow on the way down too. Yep. Oh. Oh, but that's dope. I used to microdose DMT too, and I have a friend that does that as well. And it definitely does something to the mind. Like I don't know, but it definitely does something. It'll make a day great, even if like whatever. Bro, where's it? Gotta fill the vape pen back up. Bro, I got this other fucking uh distillate or this like wax shit. It was a HHC, but it was different. It was I forget the name. OH8 or there was some weird name to it. OH8 or something 8 or some shit, but OH8 HHC or some shit like that, whatever. But it just has a slightly different effect than normal HHC. Um but when you mix it with the HHC, it's dope. Another thing, you know what I found out? HHC, I mean, every molecule has many isomers, but HHC has like two main isomers, one stronger than the other. And it's probably the same thing with every molecule, right? This one's darker. This one's lighter. Bro, I love the modern world. Like, because I don't have to just smoke flower. I could smoke whatever cannabinoid I want, and I can mix whatever cannabinoids I want together, and I can. Most of the time when I smoke, there's no terpenes. I originally preferred that because I didn't want my house smelling like weed all day. Um, because I smoke throughout the day. So I didn't want my house smelling like weed all the time. So like, you know, I started getting distillate with no terpenes. But then once I started exploring with all this shit, I was like, bro, all I need is the cannabinoids. I prefer it anyways because I could smoke whenever, wherever. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna. There's no smell to it really. But also that means there's barely any taste. Like it does have a taste. It tastes like something, but it tastes like nothing. Like at the same time. I don't know where I put the top to the jar. Here's the top for this jar. Bro, my homie gifted me some DMT like probably a month or two ago. Um, and I was gonna smoke it, right? And I did smoke it, but I smoked it once to try it because I just wanted to make sure it was DMT, right? Like I trust him, obviously, but like I just wanted to see, right? So it was DMT, but I didn't smoke enough, and then I couldn't find the balls to smoke enough. So then, when I finally got the balls to smoke enough, something happened. I don't know, but like there wasn't enough to fully blast. Um, so like if my friend gives me some more DMT, like in the future, I definitely want to actually blast because it's been so long and I miss him. Like I don't know how to explain it. I miss it. Like You know, like you haven't seen a friend in years, or if you haven't seen somebody that you really like care about in a while, and then you see them and it's like, oh my god, I like, fucking love you. I haven't seen you in forever, type shit. Like one of those things. Because the funny, crazy thing is, last time I did DMT, I was a different person. Like I was me. I'm me, but I wasn't the version of me that I am now. So like it was literally a completely different person. And now it's more like I just want to do DMT to check in. Like I don't know. It's a weird thing. You know what's really weird is I look at DMT or psychedelics like an actual friend. Or like I don't just say this shit. When I'm like I want to go on the journey to be a modern day shaman. I mean but I literally look at the plants like they're my friends. Like I mean truly. Like and I understand like the plants that I've used and the plants that I've explored with, I understand their personality. Like plants have personalities. Like humans have different personalities. Plants have different personalities. The plants are conscious beings. They're alive in a sense, like obviously, but we don't understand consciousness. We think we're conscious so we could speak and talk and think and explore like so we're like, oh, we're conscious, so the plants are not. But like no, the plants are definitely conscious. DMT, there's God in there mixed with angels and light beings and cities of light and other dimensions and just there's a lot of shit in there. Right? And when I was diving into DMT, I literally became friends with whatever the fuck was in there. Like the female entity that I met so many times, like so many trips, it's absolutely insane. But she was like my best friend, helping me through the whole fucking thing. And like maybe like at one point I was like maybe I'm literally just crazy, right? But I'm like no, religious people, they could believe their thing. Why the fuck can't I believe my thing? Right? Like so I'm like no, this is truly what I believe. Because I've experienced this thing. When I would experience DMT, I would meet these entities, and then beyond meeting the entity, a lot of times the whole experience felt like one giant entity of some sort. And like, I don't know, I just began to trust it. I trust it. That's why I was able to dive with DMT the way I did. Because I began to trust the entities, I began to trust the experience. So, like, when I went with all did all the plants, all the things, right? I began to trust the plant, trust whatever. I began to listen to them, right? The plants talk to you. And I know that it sounds crazy because sometimes like on mushrooms, the mushroom can actually talk to you in English sometimes or on DMT, the entities can talk to you in this weird light language they call it where it's like speaking with no words so you hear mouth noises but then you're seeing this thing instead of understanding it you're seeing the thing that you understand but beyond that plants and psychedelics talk to you because the psychedelics do it in a much bigger way more like in your face here I am they're kind of screaming and shouting at you but plants like motherwort if you start taking motherwort it's going to start talking to you. You know what it's going to tell you? That you need to love yourself. You need to calm down more. You need to relax. Like, give yourself some breathing room. You need to work on your mental health. You need to work on, like, the relationship with yourself. It sounds crazy. But that's why what I got out of Motherwort. Like, the whole Motherwort experience, I went on a plant diet with it for like 6 months, taking it every day, high dose of it every day, 6 months, and I got so much out of it, right? And yeah, those high doses will floor me. So like I was going into it with a shamanic intention. So my motherwort experiences are probably much different than other people because they didn't take it in a ceremonial type setting with intention to like go on a spiritual journey with it, intention to just listen to it, and they probably didn't take a high enough dose of it. At one time and then didn't know how to use it because that's the thing, all of these plants, it's like I had to learn how to use it. That's what I mean. I had to learn its personality. Like when you have sex with a woman, not every woman likes the same thing. So you have to figure out, like, you have to learn her body. You have to learn her thing because not every woman is going to like being touched in the same way. So, like, with the plants, I would then treat it like I'm getting to know a woman. I'm getting to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I'm getting to know like her good side and her bad side, her ups and her downs, her like I don't know how to explain it, but like that's literally what I did with the plants. You know, and I learned things from Blue Lotus and I learned things like I don't know, just all these different things. Like bro, I even learned from Kratom. Right? Like people just use kratom, for whatever reason they use it. But like the same thing with cannabis, right? The same thing with weed. I learned things from the cannabis plant, and now I don't really smoke the plant. I just smoke cannabinoids, so it's a little different. And I don't think I've ever thought about this until right now that I'm thinking about this. But like I've never thought about the fact that like what makes the plant, like if you take a whole plant you get the whole experience, so you get the whole personality of the person. Well, it's not a person, it's a plant, but like you get what I mean. But if you just extract the main molecule out of that plant, you're going to get the high, but you're not going to get the person. You're going to get the way that person feels, but you're not going to get to build a connection with that person. Like I can extract the pure THC and like I'm getting some THCA. I can put THCA in here and hit it, but that doesn't mean I am now connected to the cannabis plant because I'm not getting the whole cannabis experience. But I don't know. It's like with the whole things, you get the whole experience and you get to meet the personality of that plant or of that thing. And if you learn how to just shut up and listen, shut up and like let go basically and experience whatever the fuck it's making you go through, then you'll learn something. You might build a new friend, right? And what I mean by a new friend is like people are out here like there's people that are depressed, there's people that are all these like the world is going through some problems. But there's a lot of plants that can help people with those problems. It's like but they don't give them a try. They don't like I guess it's because of our society, but like we don't really try plants and herbs. And we damn sure don't look at it the way I look at it. Like society does not look at it the way that the shamans look at it. They look at it like there's medicine in that plant. Let me extract it, get a high dose of it, and give it to you, which is great because that's what I get to do with the cannabinoids. I get to get pure cannabinoids and extract it into get pure cannabinoids, put it in here, and it's whatever. It's pure. It's great. It's the same product. Like, I know what I'm getting. Like, that individual molecule has one molecule. It has a certain effect. But I think on the terms of healing the human species, like, connecting with the plants is the way to go. Connecting with Mother Earth is the way to go. Connecting with the psychedelics, building a friendship with the psychedelics is the way to go. Because people think, yeah, psychedelics can heal. They'll heal depression. They'll heal anxiety. They can help us with, and it's like, yeah, they can help us with a bunch of things, but like, it's they can become our friend. Like, we could be living a fucking a symbiotic relationship, right? Like, we technically do. I've heard somebody say we have a symbiotic relationship with the mushroom, and I get that. Like, I understand, right? We have a symbiotic relationship with the cannabis plant, with the corn plant. We grow corn, and corn is stronger and better than ever because of us. So we grow corn. Corn gets to survive and get stronger because of us. We grow weed, cannabis, then the cannabis plant gets to become stronger than ever because of us. So it's like a symbiotic relationship. You know, we can grow mushrooms, and there's people that have created their own mushroom strains. And now there are strains of mushrooms that are much stronger than mushrooms in the past. Like, but that's because humans are able to help a plant, like, and the plant then helps the human in a symbiotic relationship with each other. But we're not aware of this shit. We don't think about life in a shamanic way. We think about life in a scientific way, which is great, but without the other half, it's just half. They're half correct. The plants can heal us. The plants can do this. They have molecules in them that can become medicine. Yeah, but they could become one of your best friends, bro. Like, no lie. No lie. Like, because I really think it's about perspective. You know how, like, people will be like, oh, they need to get drunk on the weekend because they had a bad week, and that's fine. But imagine if they went into it instead was like, I'm gonna go hang out with my friend this weekend because I had a bad week. Now, you could take this logic and it could fuck your life up because then people can be like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my friend heroin and I'm gonna, whatever. And it's like, no, choose your friends wisely because the friends you have, like, if all your friends are fucked up, you'll be the next fucked up person. If all your friends are like, you know that thing that you are a sum total of the five people you hang around the most. So be wise with the molecules in plants that you hang around. Be wise about what friends you keep around you because it's so important. Like, and it's so crazy that we don't really talk about this on a bigger level, like on a whole scale. It's just kind of gets laughed at. Like, those shamans, they looked at the plants like they were their helpers and their teachers and their friends, and they were just, primitive, and they didn't understand. And because scientifically we can extract the molecule from it and then name it something, and then we can reproduce it and change that molecule a little bit and add something to it, so then we can legally own it, so then we can sell it and make money from it. You see the problem? Like, the problem is, shamans genuinely just wanted to help. Some of the shit might be wrong, right? Like, not all of that magical shit works, right? You're not gonna heal someone by blowing smoke in them and doing the whatever, but like, it can be an experience though, right? Because even though shaking the thing, blowing smoke, it's not actually going to help, but it actually might because their intention is pure. Their intention is pure. They purely, genuinely just want to help. So when your intention is pure, that's when miracles can actually happen, bro. Like for real. Because that's just how the world works. We only call things magic when we don't understand. Cavemen would think I was doing some witchcraft magic right now if I explained to a caveman what I've been doing for the past 2 hours. I've been live streaming, talking to a phone, which is not actually a phone, it's a screen, a mini computer, talking to a thing of glass, and in through that glass, people from wherever the fuck in the world can watch the stream and can watch me talk while I'm in my room and while I'm talking to the thing. But that would be magic to them. Magic. It would be indistinguishable from magic, from what we describe as magic. So, like, magic isn't really magic. It's just shit we don't understand. So we think, oh my god, magic. But, like, I would say the placebo effect is magic. But it's not like, I don't know. The thoughts create reality idea. Like, that is magic. Because it's real. But it's said so much, and then it's boxed in so it can be like told to somebody, so then it loses its magic, because you lose the magic when you explain the magic trick, because then it's no longer magic, it's just the placebo effect. It's just like you start naming it and describing and you start whatever, so then you know, if the cavemen could actually understand, no, it's not magic, it's technology or whatever, he would then be like, oh no, it's not magic, you're not a witch, whatever. So, like, I don't think any of this shit is magic. I think it's just the universe. I think it's just what is. And, you know, that's why I think one of the most important things is changing your mind. Strengthening your mind and learning how to change your mind and not being too attached to who you think you are or what you think you know, and just be, right? Like I be. So that if I come across new information that goes against what I be, I take into account, I question. Then I'm like, okay, I question myself. Okay, this is the information I have, but they're telling me something different. Then I do some whatever, research or whatever, and I'm like, okay, they're right. So then I switch out what I thought I knew with what I just learned and then keep moving forward, right? I got high and I totally forgot what the fuck I was just talking about. See, that is that short term shit. But I don't think all cannabinoids do it. Because I just made a mixture of this, this HHC and this other one, like OH8 HHC or HO or something else. They're both HHCs, but they're different molecules. But when I mix them, it gives me a different high, a more intense high, I guess. That yeah. I'm just gonna smoke. It's crazy. Smoking individually. If I smoke these molecules individually, they it's a light high. It's not like I don't know how to explain it. But as soon as I mix them together, it becomes a stronger high. Yeah. I forget what they call it. I forget what the fuck they call it. But that thing that happens when the cannabinoids all like work together, You know, the terpene, all of them. Like the terpenes, if you smoke a terpene by itself, it doesn't really have any effect. But if you add terpenes into this, it will then change the high a little bit, and it will be a slightly different high, maybe even more intense. The entourage effect is what it's called. Like when you have all cannabis has hundreds of molecules in it, and now this I was smoking one molecule, now I'm smoking two molecules, and it's like there's definitely a difference. Bro, I started doing horse stance. This shit is a bitch. I tell you. It's when your legs are like, I don't even know if I can get it. So like, sometimes I put my arms out, but like, damn, I can't see the time. This is a bitch. Looks like I'm taking a shit in the woods. No. Ah, that shit hurts. No joke. I learned horse stance from like these like I think they were Buddhist monks or something, right? And they do that. They'll do the whole and just holding their thing out, but like they're not on a wall, so it's like and they'll just hold that. Bro, I seen this kid do it. That's what inspired the fuck out of me. I was like, bro, I gotta stop being a bitch. Like, because that's what inspired me. There was this Shaolin monk kid, this little kid. He's just bawling his eyes out, bro. But I respect him because as he was bawling his eyes out, he's crying, but he's standing there in the horse stance. Like, I think he even had his arms out. I was like, bro. Yeah, shit like that just inspires me. I don't know. I'll see random shit. That's why, like, I love the internet. Like, because I'll just see random shit, and then it'll just inspire the fuck out of me. And then I'm like, ooh, I gotta add that into my routine. Or, ooh, maybe I should try that. Or, like, I feel like a lot of people, when they get older, they lose that ooh thing about life. Like, as I was saying that, I was like, people lose that. I guess they call it like a kid, that wonder, that thing that kids have when they're looking at the world because they don't know anything about the world. So everything seems like, oh my god, like mind blowing. Like, and then when you figure out the world, you no longer get mind blown. But I think that's only because people figure out society and they're not really looking at the world. They're looking at society's world. But, bro, I've done psychedelics enough times to know there's wonder in molecules, but I live next to a river in upstate New York. So there's a bunch of hills and trees and shit. So sometimes I'll just sit, might take a hit off my vape, stand on the river, look up. There's like a hill across the river. So like I see the trees and shit, and like I see the river, and I'll just stand there staring at it. Like, oh my fucking god. Like, the world is so beautiful. Like, on another level. But people lose that perspective of the world. Now, I don't know if this is because I trip, right? But even when I'm not tripping, okay? I seen this thing on TikTok where this dude was describing how, as a kid, when you looked out into the world, you seen like buildings or whatever, everything just looked brighter. It just looked more vibrant and brighter. When you look, like if you went onto a bus and you seen those blue seats with the patterns and shit, like it just looked more blue, more there. But then as you get older, things start to look a bit gray. Like everything kind of looks a little grayed out. Like it's just like it's still color, but it's more gray than vibrant. And I understood what he meant, but the world still looks vibrant to me. And that's what I mean, where I'm like, I don't know if it's because I trip. And you're like I said, I could be sober. I could not trip for 7, 8, 9 months. But then 9 months later, even not tripping, I'd still look up at that river, look at the rocks on my feet, look at the river, then look up. And I'm still gonna be absolutely fucking amazed. Like, I don't know. I just I I just wanna take life all in. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just wanna live. Like, in every moment. So like every moment I'm just in the moment. So in that moment of looking at the rocks, the river, and then the sky, and then just looking at the clouds and looking at the trees beyond the river, and in that moment, I'm just so in the moment and so amazed with the moment. So amazed with just life. Speechless, I guess is the word. And I talk a lot. But the beauty of the world can leave me speechless. Like, just like psychedelics would. If you've never looked at the psychedelic thing and you see it for the first time, you're going to be like, oh my God. And you're just going to probably stare for a while. Look at it. You'll look at the patterns, look at the thing, look at the colors, look at the whole thing. You might look at the trails, you might trail your hand. And it's like, you're amazed with what is happening. You might watch your hand move back and forth because you're absolutely amazed that it's able to do what you're seeing, that you're actually seeing it trail, like, I don't know, like a picture echo. That's how I describe trails to somebody that has never tripped. Is it's like, how like an echo repeats itself out. It's like a visual echo of like your hands movements. And like they get amazed. But bro, I get that way with life. Like, I don't know, everything, just everything. But it wasn't like that. Like, it took work. Like, it took. That's why I said I don't know if it's just because of the psychedelics, because like it took me using the psychedelics to get that thing back. Because before psychedelics, that's why I was like, I understood what that dude meant. How when you were a kid, things just looked more vibrant. And when you get older, things start to look more gray. But, that's because it was like that for me up until psychedelics. Then it was like I started looking at the whole world with wonder because you realize that you don't know. Like, I think that's the problem. We get in the been there, done that. Like, the adults, they'll be like, oh, I've been there, done that. Oh, I've been there and seen that. Oh, I've seen this river. I've seen those trees. I've seen those clouds. I've seen the plants. I've seen all of this shit. So then it just becomes shit that you see instead of this insanely amazing world that we're in. Like, perspective changes is really like, because there's some scientific shit to it that when you get older, maybe the things in your eyes don't work as well, so therefore you might not see as vibrant as you used to. Like, there's apparently some science to it. But beyond that, I just think it's us, it's our perspective. It's like our perspective on the world changes when we look at it and we see it, but we're not seeing the world, we're seeing society. And when you see society, of course shit's gonna look gray. Because, bro, that's society. That shit looks gray as fuck. Like, and yeah, you can chop it down to McDonald's changed their thing so they no longer look like a kid thing. Because that's only because they got so much fucking bullshit. Like, people hated on McDonald's so much for being advertised to kids. So then therefore they changed their thing so it doesn't look like they're just advertising to kids. But we know what's so funny though. They changed it gray. Why? To advertise to be like, no, no, older, this is for older people, more mature, more whatever. Why the fuck is maturity gray? Like, yeah, I like this thing, and I guess it's like a blue gray, but like, there's gray in there, but like, I don't know. Our perspective is that when we get old, life turns gray. So because our perspective is that the brightness and vibrant shit and colors is all for children. It's all perspective, bro. Because I think vibrant and colors are all for humans forever and not for children. I think shit is forever. Like, meaning, like, how adults be like, they think they're grown. Like, they go, I pay my bills, I'm grown. Or I'm 30, I'm grown. I have kids, I'm grown. And it's like, no, you're a human with kids. No, like, I don't think we're ever grown. Because that word scares me. Like, I don't ever want to think about I'm grown. Because that means that I'm done growing. Because I've already grown. So, like, no, I'm going to keep growing until the day I die. So, my perspective has to be different in order to make that happen. Like, what I think needs to be different. What I think about the world and what I think about things needs to be different in order for me to get something different out of it. In order for me to not look at the world like it's some gray thing, I need to change my perspective and figure out why was I looking at the world like it was so with such vibrance when I was a child. Backtrack. What the fuck happened? And it's like, well, life happened. Life starts to fuck us up. Like, I get it. Like, I really do. But we I feel like we just have a responsibility to ourselves. And we we owe it to ourselves. Like, we deserve to look at the world with vibrance. We deserve to, like, I don't know. And it's so shitty though, because we all deserve happiness. We all deserve to look at the world with vibrance. We all deserve to have a healed mind and an in shape body, and we all deserve to be rich, and we all deserve this shit. Like, for real. Like, most humans actually do deserve that, and most humans actually like are such good people that they do deserve to be rich. They should be whatever. But the world doesn't give a fuck about what we deserve. It's more about you got to put the work in to all of these things. Like, I didn't just look at the world with vibrance or this, people call it like a hippie perspective, but like, this shit's not a hippie perspective to me. It's just real. It's just my perspective. So, like, I don't know. I just know it's possible because I did it. And so I was watching that video and I was like, we don't have to turn gray. We don't have to lose our brightness, our light. We don't have to, like, and then maybe we do, but then we can get it back. Because you know how, like, I don't know, young people have that thing in their eye, but then adults usually don't. But adults can get that thing back. And I don't know what that thing is, but it's like that sparkle in the eye, that brightness of a soul. Like the eyes are the gateway to the soul. That shit is so real. And there's something in bright souls where you could see it in their eyes, right? So like, I don't know. I just think that's like our soul is bright, and then the world starts to fuck us up, and we start to it dims our soul, it dims our light. But we can re-brighten our light. We can make it bright again. We can just like if you get out of shape, you can get in shape again. These are things you can do. Like we have time on planet Earth and we can do shit. So we might as well do shit, right? Like that's what I'd be thinking. Like that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure some shit out, you know. But like, I'm still gonna be doing shit all of my free time. You know how like a lot of people be like, they grind 16 hours a day and whatever the fuck, and they make it sound a certain way. But I kind of do that same thing, but I don't look at it like I'm grinding. I just look at it as I'm using my time on Earth wisely because I want to do so much. I have so much ideas. I have so much shit. I have all whatever, but I also got responsibilities and I got whatever. So like I spend every second of my life, like like every second of my life is dedicated to whatever the fuck I'm trying to do. Just the whole thing. Because I don't know. I just feel like I said, like when I came up with that idea to write a fictional book, I didn't want to. It just randomly hit me in the head on a trip. But then I'm like, that time when I be watching Netflix for a little bit, or that time when I be kind of doing nothing for a little bit, that 20 minutes that I do nothing, or that hour that I do nothing, or that time when I'm up late at night, um, maybe working out or doing nothing productive, I can add in writing this fictional thing. So it's like I look at my life and I'm like, okay, how much time do I actually have? Like, how much time do I actually have? Oh, it's like I have 24 hours in a day. Okay. If you work 4 hours in one day, or 4 hours like 4 days a week, like 4, 8, was that 16 hours? 16, maybe like 20 hours a week, let's say, of work or whatever. And maybe you get a second job. So now you're like 30 hours a week or whatever. Bro, that's still only a little over one day. The problem is not time, the problem is energy. Like, people have time to do shit. We all do. We just don't have the energy to do shit. So we use that time to rest and relax. Like, people be like, they get out of work and they might watch some TV or whatever, which is fine. I watch Netflix and TV and whatever. I never used to because I didn't even have a TV. But ever since I got a TV, like, I get it. But, like, I I get why people just relax. They just want to sit on the couch, kick their feet up, and watch something and shut their brain off, get lost into this story or whatever they're seeing, relax, their body's relaxing because they're on the couch, and it's like they can fucking breathe because they've been doing a bunch of shit that they don't want to do, and it's fucking annoying. And I get it. But that's the real reason why I got in shape. Like, that's the real fucking reason. I got in shape because I realized I'm behind in life with most normal shit. Most normal shit that normal adults have all figured out. They got their shit right. They, whatever the fuck. I don't have most of that. So, I got this deep shit, other shit figured out, but just normal shit. No, I don't have figured out. But, like, so, like, I get it. But, like, yeah, I don't know. Lost train of thought. Doesn't matter. Bro, I swear to God, this entourage effect gotta be real. Or it's gotta be the fact that some cannabinoids, like, literally cause the short term memory thing with weed, and some cannabinoids don't. Just like some cannabinoids, will cause the munchies, but if I put THCV in here, I would not get the munchies. So, like, cannabinoids are interesting. But y'all, on that note, I'm gonna get up out of here, and I appreciate y'all for watching, for real. Like, for real. Fucking love y'all.